Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spartan Slice Podcast. My name is Karthik.
My name is Audrey.
I'm Marav.
I'm Myra.
Today's podcast is going to be all about Halloween. We're going to be talking about the history of Halloween, the traditions many of us follow, and, of course, a chance for you to tell us about your favorite traditions.
First, the history of this holiday. Number one. Okay, Halloween has been around since the beginning of the 18th century.
Evidence points back to it being related to the ancient Celtic festival called Samhain, in which the ancestors are invoked and brought back to the land of the living.
Even people 300 years ago found a great joy in the celebration of Halloween like us do.
And did you know that people even dressed up as ghosts and skeletons as early as then to blend in amongst the spirits and partially to ward them off?
Speaking of dressing up, that's a tradition. There are many others like this on All Hallows Eve.
I dressed up in the same costume for 3 years straight. But that's only one part of the tradition. What are some other traditions that we follow?
People follow many different traditions for Halloween. Some people dress up as different characters from their favorite books or movies, like I do.
And some go from door to door trick-or-treating, getting candy on the way. That's honestly my favorite part of Halloween.
What do you guys do on Halloween? Click the link below to fill out the poll on Halloween traditions.
But now let's try to think about some fun stories that we've had on Halloween.
One time I was wearing this big poofy dress on a witch, to be a witch, and then it was so hard for me to walk. I kept tripping, and it was really funny.
Well, this one time, I actually, I was going to go trick-or-treating to one house. There was nobody outside the door. There was a couple pillows that looked suspiciously humanoid, but I decided to ignore them and ring the doorbell. The pillows screamed and stood up, and I fell back on the pavement, hitting my arm. The pillows said sorry, and the pillows were actually my neighbor, dressed up as pillows. I then asked if the pillows on the opposing side of the couch were also human, and my neighbor said no, and I was relieved, and I ran away, having gotten my Snickers.
That's funny. Oh, speaking of candy, one time, I went trick or treating with my friends, and turns out they knew about this really rich street that gave out full size candy bars. It was the best Halloween of my life.
Okay, so everyone's talking about the full size candy bars, and everyone hands them out. I never get full size candy bars.
Once there was full-size candy bars and nobody was home, so I took all of them.
That's
Come on.
I mean that just sounds illegal to do on Halloween. I'm sorry.
My dad, how you were talking about the pillow thing. My dad dressed up as a zombie and pretended to be a decoration. And these kids, this was when he was my age. These kids start beating it up. Beating him up.
Oh wow.
And he was
I feel bad for your dad.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, we're going to just talk about something else while I process that you got beaten up as a kid. But he was small. He was really skinny and small too. So he had bruises all over him, he said.
Did they know that he was human, or did they think he was a decoration?
So he grabbed their leg, walking people, he grabbed their leg, and then they started beating him up, and then he scared them. They thought that he was a decoration. So then he screamed, and they ran because I don't know, they just ran, and it was kind of funny.
Oh wow. Okay, so I mean, I had some pretty fun Halloweens, but also I was lame as a kid. I would dress up as Spider-Man or Iron Man for 5 Halloweens in a row because my parents were too lazy to buy me a new costume, and I was happy being Spider-Man.
I dressed up like I never even saw the movie, but we saw a Scream costume, and I just bought it, and it had this little pump which would pump fake blood into your mask.
Oh.
And
Oh, I remember
I
those.
wore it for 3 years in a row because yeah, same reason. Like I just didn't want to go to the store. I was perfectly happy sitting at home.
I see.
I personally hate wearing costumes over and over because you should be like new things every year.
Yeah. So I used to be like a vampire 2 years straight.
Me too. Like
Yeah.
I was
So
like 1 year
first I
straight.
was like an old person vampire. You know, like
Oh, that's fun. Kind of
and
like
then I had
Dracula.
a dress on, and I realized like if you go to Spirit Halloween, all like the girls section, all everything's like dresses, and it makes me so angry because like I don't really like dresses.
Me too.
Wow.
Like, everyone's like wear dresses and everything, and I'm like, no.
No, thank you. We're fine.
Well, these are some very fun Halloween stories, and I'm just like, as we're recording this, I can see everyone like in the background laughing and smiling. Hello, everyone. So yeah, Halloween has always and will always be, I think, one of the best holidays like ever, if not the best, because everyone sort of just gets to dress up and run around to houses, knocking on doors and asking for candy without payment.
that part. I literally Halloween is my favorite holiday.
I've
Just
never
because
been
of
able
the
to play
candy.
tricks though.
Yeah.
I wish I was able to play tricks. That would have been fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
End up like my dad and get beaten up.
I mean, best holiday though? I guess, but really?
Yeah. So my dad always steals my Halloween candy. Is that just like me, or does anyone else's dad do that?
I mean, you have to pay the candy tax to your
Yeah.
dad. It's kind of a sacred thing for
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah,
My dad does-
steals my candy too.
My dad doesn't even like candy, and I barely eat candy, so we probably have candy from like 7 years ago.
You
Yeah.
barely eat candy?
Yeah, I mean, I try not to eat candy.
Speaking of barely eating candy, do you guys prefer like chocolate or candy? Because I'm a chocolate fan.
Me too.
Chocolate,
Chocolate.
chocolate, chocolate.
I have to be in the mood for chocolate because I like gummies.
Gummies are.
I mean, gummies are good. I just feel like chocolates are like a more whole, not healthy, but like whole food
Yeah,
to
I like
eat. I like
chocolates
them.
better. Like, if there's candy, I like sour candy. But if I have a choice of chocolate, I would definitely choose chocolate.
I mean, for me, it's the kind of chocolate. Like, there's dark chocolate, there's milk chocolate, and white chocolate.
Okay, well, as always, this has been like a really fun episode of the Spartan Slice podcast. We had so much fun. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and see you next time.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Spartans. Today, well, I mean, not today. I have your announcements right now for this week. It's your favorite segment. So, we have a C Squared club meeting this Wednesday at 8:15. FAC meetings are every other Wednesday in the lecture hall at 8:35. Art club meetings are Wednesday at 7:50 a.m. Reading Rumble Book Club meeting is tomorrow. Green Screen Club meeting on November 2nd, 4:30 to 5. Sports. Football games for Tuesday. We have 8th grade versus Cedar Park at Cedar Park High School, which is the gold and green teams. 8th grade versus Cedar Park at Gupton Stadium, which is the white team. 7th grade versus Cedar Park Middle School at Gupton, which is the gold and the green teams. And 7th grade versus Cedar Park at Gupton Stadium, which is the white team. Volleyball games, both on Thursday. We have 8th grade versus 8th grade against Danielson Bearcats at Stiles. And then the 7th grade are against the Danielson Bearcats at Danielson Middle School. Cross country is Wednesday at Cedar Park High School, and all the middle schools in the district will be participating, so it's a big group. Fine arts. The Festival of Bands was October 2nd. huge group of people. It was very fun. Last Thursday, was the 7th and 8th grade fall concert. I was there. It was amazing. Friday, October 6th, was Route's 8th grade night. Saturday, October 14th, is 7th and 8th district band auditions. So if you're auditioning for district band, that's when it is. School events. The Stiles Book Fair is on October 23rd. So get ready for that. Let's see. And I believe... Oh, yeah. Okay. Choir has their fall concert on the 18th. The middle school all religion camp is on the 19th. And today is Urban Air Night for choir. Officers learn their contemporary dance Tuesday, October 10th. The advanced theater students are performing a play next month, so get ready for that. And that's all of announcements for today. So, yeah.